I see the doom of the gods.
Myth detectives, lend me your ears. Dim the light and let the darkness tell you a story. A story written not in ink, but in fire and ice. The story of the final prophecy. The story of Ragnarok. Do you hear that? It isn't the wind. It is a whisper from the dawn of time. A curse seeded into the very roots of the world tree, Yggdrasil. That curse was awakened the day the brightest of the gods, Balder, fell into the arms of darkness. His death was not merely a tragedy, it was a death knell. And then the winter came. Not just any winter. This was Fimbulwinter, the great winter. 3 years with no summer, only snow that smothered the sun and a cold that cracked the very bones of the earth. The world died, not from the cold, but from cruelty. Loyalty turned to ash, and kinship was stained with blood. This was the Axe Age, the Sword Age, when wolves wore the faces of men, and men behaved like demons. When morality died, the chains began to break. From the abyss, a roar tore the sky asunder. Fenrir, the chained wolf, had snapped his divine leash. He rose, so vast his upper jaw scraped the heavens, and his lower jaw dragged the earth. Fury burning in his eyes. From the ocean floor, Jarmunganda, the world serpent, awoke, unleashing tsunamis that drowned the world in its own salty wrath. And on the throne of chaos, Loki, the weaver of lies, smiled a wicked smile. He was free. On the Bifrost Bridge, the guardian god, Heimdall, raised the Jallarhorn to his lips. A single note echoed across the 9 worlds. It was not a call to arms. It was the universe's own mournful cry, signaling the final battle had begun. On the plains of Vigrir, 2 armies faced each other. On one side, the majestic Geir gods, led by Odin, the Allfather, alongside the greatest warrior souls of Valhalla. On the other, a convergence of darkness, giants, Loki's legions, and Surtur with his sword of fire that could outshine the stars. The war erupted in a firestorm. Odin, on his 8-legged steed, charged directly at Fenrir. But fate was written. The Allfather of the 9 worlds was swallowed by the beast in a single heart-stopping moment. The greatest light was extinguished. Thor, the thundering god, met his eternal nemesis, Jarmungandr. The hammer Mjolnir rose and fell, crushing the serpent's head. But in its dying breath, the monster sprayed him with its venom. The hero stumbled 9 paces, ... and then he fell. Loki and Heimdall, deception and vigilance, found one another and ended each other in an embrace of mutual hatred. As the greatest of the gods fell, Surtur raised his flaming sword. A sea of fire consumed everything. The earth, the sky, Asgard, all became a burning memory before sinking into the silent sea. And then, ... there was silence. But in that silence, a seed of life stirred. From the depths of the ocean, a new world emerged, green and pure. A handful of surviving gods returned, not as warriors, but as sowers. Balder, the god of light, was among them, and 2 humans and Rosser stepped out from their hiding place within Yggdrasil. They were the new dawn. Because the story of Ragnarok does not teach us about the end, it teaches us that even in total destruction, there is always the promise of rebirth. That a twilight is not a final goodbye. It is merely the promise of another sunrise.